What up, YouTube? It's your boy Iceman Guru, aka Dr. J, back at you with another installment on the High Frequency Only channel. Hey, y'all will not believe this, man. How about I just did a whole video and forgot to cut my mic on, so I had to re-record the video. But that's okay because I feel like this is going to be way better than the last one. Okay, so let's get into it. I had a whole different topic that I'm about to go over in this video, and the reason why is based off what literally just happened to me like 30 minutes ago. Okay, so today's topic is twofold. One, will people be eager and willing to get married if it actually was to death do you part? Okay, that's the first part. Will people be eager or willing to get married if it actually was death do you part? And the second part is, have men been socialized to or manipulated into thinking that marriage benefits them? And I'll repeat myself. Have men been socialized or manipulated into believing that marriage benefits them? Okay? So let's get into it. Now, the first part, and the reason why I say it, because we understand that, I'm getting comfortable. We understand that, one, there are so many people. First of all, to start with, we understand that the divorce rate is climbing to almost 55%. I think we hovering at like 53, 54 right now. Okay. So more than half marriages end up in divorce. Okay. Most people are not even making it 3 years. Right? We don't see many marriages nowadays that are lasting 30, 40 years plus. That's almost unheard of. Okay. We understand that we live in a different day and time. As our society and culture has become more commercial and become more consumer based, everything is transactional. Okay. And that is including marriage. We almost have microwave marriages where we, get into a situation where we in the happy period, which lasts between a year and 2 years. That's the reason why most marriages are not lasting to 3 years. The happy period between couples in a relationship or marriage is between 1 and 2 years. So a lot of time, once that wear off, people don't want to deal with each other because that's when the conflict ensues. Because people haven't focused on problem solving. They haven't focused on conflict resolution because they haven't been taught that. Okay? But even bigger is the fact that we understand that people can sign prenups. People can divorce people for any reason they want to, irreconcilable differences. So marriages aren't lasting for all those different factors. Now, but in many marriage vows, because all vows are not created equal, death do your part for better or worse, are in probably 90+% of people marriage vows. So to me, to death do you part, and better for worse, that would include infidelity, that would include financial issues, that would include sexual issues, because we see that most people leave people based off those three things. But that's for better or for worse, or death do you part. I'll marry you until the death. So we're going to ride this thing out together. But we see that's not the case. So if you actually had a legal mandate to stay with that person you married, you could not get a divorce, would you still be eager to do it? And my contention is no. I think marriages would drop significantly. I think people will have common law situations, long-term relationships. Because the reason why people are so quick to do it is because they know they got a fallback plan. I even give you a situation from personal experience when I got married. Well, at the wedding date, the father of the bride essentially said, now you can have her. Now you take care of her. But if it don't work out, you can always come home. That is the ideology. That is the idea. Is that women can always come back to their family. Women would always be taken care of by the government in some way if the man doesn't choose to pay child support. Okay? So there's always a fallback, which leads into the second part. The idea that men have kind of been tricked to believing that marriage actually works for them. When if we look at the fact that the man had to buy a very expensive ring, we even told how much money of our salary we got to spend. The wedding is all about the woman. 80% of the time, the woman are leaving the relationship, the marriage. And when she leaving, she taking the kids. Many times she taking the house. She getting spousal support and alimony. And even if she getting with a man whether he's high value or even above average, her lifestyle is changing. She's getting gifts. Valentine's comes, she getting treated. Happy wife, happy life. The home is hers. We just living in it. All these different narratives exist in our culture. And so as men, we're just supposed to kind of go with the program. And I'll tell you what made me actually add this second part. I was literally just at the barbershop like 30 minutes ago. And so my barber and another barber in the shop were talking about how, their wife always right and, they always bow down stuff. And I'm just thinking in my mind, wow, they some simps, beta males, like a mug, and I'm thinking like, wow, they are well trained. But if you think about many marriages, that's what you see. You see women in a very masculine position, almost like they the head, and the men are taking a step back and falling back. Because the home is for the women to decorate. The kids, well, the women are mainly raising the kids for several different reasons. The man out working, or just naturally the woman is taking care of the kids. Because she might be a housewife. Okay? So the relationship is pretty dominated by the woman. And so men have been trained and told that, hey, you need to make her happy. If you want a successful life and you don't want to be stressed, you need to make that woman happy. It's all about that woman. We got to take her out on dates. We got to open the door for her. We got to do this. We got to do that. Okay? The relationship and marriage is dictated for the woman's happiness. But something has to be going on where 80% of the time women are leaving. And it may go to the whole notion that you can never make a woman happy. So wouldn't we try to make the man happy? Because it don't take much for us. If we can never make a woman happy, then why is the focus on a woman's happiness? Good question. Okay. I believe that we are endowed to our own happiness. Now, someone can come around and add to it, but someone doesn't make me happy. I make myself happy based on how I move. Okay? So, when we look at marriage, we have been trained that marriage should actually benefit us outside of having our progeny, our seeds, our kids, to leave a legacy. Because that's generally what we're interested in as men. Women love all that other stuff, the romance and the secret getaways and all that other good stuff. But if on one hand, women are leaving a relationship majority of the time, but they also are unhappy, they also making more money than they ever made, more educated than they ever been. What will make it happen? But they also getting divorced at a very high clip. So some changes are going to have to be made, right? Okay. Part of that is due to role behavior, role problems. Part of that's due to indoctrination. Part of that due to religious orders. It's a lot of different factors. Okay, but if we're gonna continue with this whole idea that, but for better or for worse, death do you part, that is in marriage vows, we either need to change those marriage vows or we actually need to stick to them. Because I'm under the impression that, and I just did the video the other day, infidelity is not a reason to leave a marriage. Money issues is not a reason to leave a marriage. Bad sex is not a reason to leave the marriage. But people have become so selfish and I want. And then we made it so easy to get out of a marriage. It's consumer based. While men eat crow when it comes to a relationship. Because it's all about you. It's all about pleasing you. I literally just had these discussions the other day. Literally. And so what you see going on, and I always bring it back to previous videos, you don't see a gender war going on. What you see is you see people that are displaced. They displaced from their natural role. Women are not in their natural role as feminine creatures. Some men are not in their natural role as masculine creatures. So until we get our roles situated, until we actually live by what we say, meaning the vows that we take, until our words mean something, until those symbols, those concepts actually mean something, and we stand on those principles, it's going to be a difficult go for us. We're going to keep looking at marriage as something that just can flee, instead of something that's more permanent in nature. All right, man. That's your video for today, man. Shout out to my brother Zaire Isa, man. He's recovering from COVID/pneumonia. Get well, bro. I love you. And we'll see you soon, man. As always, make sure you subscribe, like the video, hit that bell so you can get notified when new videos drop, man. As always, I'm you, you are me. Love always, love eternal. We out this thing. Peace.